Deal.
Yeah, we're here. So, better than being elsewhere, I guess. So, we are going to show you what's been going on the past few days. Lots gotten done. Like I said, as soon as Gabe got done with his school, we really started getting moving on things. So, we have some new stuff, a lot of new stuff on the skid rope. And some stuff back behind me here you're going to see in a minute. In fact, he's going to be bringing in we're in the middle of printing some parts right now. Well, not parts, but one big section right now. So as soon as it gets done.
Crochet lady says hi.
Hello there. So as soon as it's actually done printing, we're just having to let the plate cool. It takes about 10 minutes for the plate to cool before you can take it off. You don't want to take a chance of damaging the plate. So we'll get to that here in a little bit, show you what we were going to be adding on. He's been working diligently today on doing the new Alexandria Hotel pieces. Did you get the front plate done?
No, I've just been printing the parking garage. Oh, do you mean disassembled?
Yeah. The file ready.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got the file ready for the front. And how many plates is it going to take to do the front? 2.5?
3.
Yeah, because this one was 2.5.
Because if we want to have those 34 stories,
right,
we're going to have the bottom, middle, top.
Yeah. So this already had 3 plates on it, or 3 panels on it, but it was only like a small panel.
Yeah.
But it's also taller than that.
This is a full panel, yeah.
Okay. So we have the Alexandria going. So that should be good. We'll be putting it right here. So I'm looking forward to that.
Great Northern says hi.
Well, hey, Great Northern, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
So we'll show you all the new stuff that we're doing. We have a channel friend coming tomorrow to here to the house. He is picking up. He loves our bridge, so he's picking up. I printed off some for him, and we've got the files for him. We transferred them all into a zip file, so he can take those files and finish the bridge however much he wants. But I'll show you what we've got going for him so far. So it's just been a busy couple of days. Been really coughing a lot. I've been outside a lot more, and it's just the tree pollen is just really getting me. So if I start to get a little coughing fit, I apologize about that. I forgot to bring up something to drink.
Oh, do you want me to go grab you something?
Yeah, maybe just a regular bottle of water.
Okay.
Will do fine.
Do you have your chat?
Yeah, I got it up.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here. So, yep, we're good. So anyway, like I said, as soon as he got done with school, which was yesterday, that was his last class. His last final was yesterday. It was an in-person presentation. So now that that's all done, we are fully into this. Actually, we've been into it for a couple of days because he already had his presentation put together. So he's been pretty much done since Sunday, I think it was Sunday. So he's been really starting to print things and get things ready to go for us. So in the next 2 weeks, you're going to see massive changes here, massive changes. So let's see here. Let me get my glasses. I cannot. Well, I had them. Where did I put them? Oh, they're there. Let's see who's here.
What's up?
Oh, your daughter graduates Sunday. Excellent.
Oh, tell her congratulations from us.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
That will help. So I'm trying to keep the coughing down because I don't know what happened. I've got something that feels like I looked it up online and it said I could have either cracked a rib, or it said I could have my cartilage could have actually disconnected from the breastbone underneath here because everything feels like it's floating. There's no stability right here in my ribs. So, and they said that long periods of coughing can do that, and I have been coughing a lot for the past 2 weeks. So.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't tell you about that.
No.
Yeah. It feels like something's hanging loose right on top of my ribs. Right here. And when I get up, you can actually feel things shift. So it doesn't hurt. There's not like stabbing pain, but it's just weird. But I'm still having a hard time breathing.
I can't believe that coughing can crack a rib.
Yeah, so I'll try to keep this down so I don't get any coughing going on. I've been trying to hydrate a lot more lately. So, All right. So we got people here, so let's take a look at what's been done. We've had a lot been done. So you're gonna see quite the change on the towers on Skid Row. It's really starting to come together now. Tomorrow, I'm going to be painting the fence that goes along the back of the property, the wood fence. It's going to be all kind of ramshackled. Going to put graffiti on everything. I'm going to use graffiti decals to start off with, just to give me my patterns where I want everything, and then I'm going to go over the top of the decals with my own paint to really make them vibrant and bold. So, because the decals, I'll show you the decals, are just kind of plain, and the colors are not very sharp and snappy. So I'll use them as my kind of my outlines and stuff, but then I'll probably change the colors entirely on it. I'll fill it in, and after the decals are dried on there. So, but I'll show you all that here in just a minute. I'll show you the decals, show you all that. So, all right, let's see what we got going here. All right, so let me get the camera. I'm not going to swing it your way, so you don't have to worry about getting up and getting out.
Well, like Steele says, burnt up meth house.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yep, the meth lab exploded. So, okay, so let's start with what's new. So we're going to start over here on the back wall.
Oh, somebody said hi.
Oh,
I hope people said hi.
Well, you got your phone, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you just keep track.
Let's see here.
Okay, so here's something we've been talking about getting started for a very long time. Look what we got right here.
Oh, Jonathan and Kurdistan say hi.
Oh, hello there. So as you can see, our parking garage has begun. We already have 2 layers printed. These are not printed on here. Those are just loose cars that are right there. The side, here's where the entrances are, is right there. That's where the street entrances will be. We've got the 3rd level coming. We'll show you that here in just a little while. This will actually probably going to be about a 10, 12 story garage. That's probably going to put it, I'm trying to think here, each level's about an inch. So we're probably looking at a parking garage that's going to be about this tall. That'll probably get us to the 10 stories. I may go a little taller, may take it up to about a 12 or a 15 story parking garage. I'm not sure exactly, but then behind it here, we'll have a little bit of a gap, and then we'll have a big skyscraper behind it. So it'll be kind of cool. It'll be a big skyscraper right here, then this little parking garage standing about this tall, and then our big convention center right here. And then, of course, I think I'm going to take and I'm going to attach a walkway between here and here, Sky Bridge.
Fresno Jason says hi.
Well, hello, Fresno Jason. Glad to see you. So that we can have access. They don't have to worry about winters. They can get over here to the covered parking without having to be out in it themselves. So that's where we're at with that. And then, of course, like I said, right here, this is where the new that he's working on. He's been working on today. The new Alexandria Hotel will be on. These are taking, each one of these plates right here takes 3 hours to print. So another 10, 12 stories of this. So we're probably looking 30 to 36 hours to finish printing the parking garage. It's going to run almost an entire spool of the filament. So it's, but that's all right. It's something we've needed to have right here, and it's going to look really great right next to the convention center. So that's coming along. So we're actually going to be, so I repositioned my crane a little bit. So I'm gonna attach something here and bring some beams down so it looks like they're working on it. I'll get all this cleaned up over here.
Ginity says hi.
Ginity, okay. Hello there. So here's what I've been working on. This is the other thing I've been working on today. Like I said, we have a channel friend coming tomorrow. He was wanting a bridge. He really loves our bridge that we have, so he was wanting. He wanted to know if he could have the files for it, and we said sure. So I told him, I said it's kind of tricky to put it all together. There's certain ways you have to do it. So I put this together the past day and a half. I have a 3-section. 2 of these is actually a section. One piece. This is all one piece of print right here. So you got 1, 2, and then 3. I left these off on the end. All the pieces are right over here along with back here. And when he's here tomorrow, I'll show him actually how to put these together to do the assembly so that you get it looking like this big bridge right here. So you can see this is what it looks like prior to paint. A lot of you saw this with the paint before it was painted. So that it's just basically the same thing we had up there. The only difference is he's going with a single level versus a double level. I still made this high enough to where if you have the roadbed and the track, it'll still clear if you've got, you know, like tracks going under. If he, I don't know what kind of use where he's going to put this, but you can clear a stack train before you hit the V bracing up here. So we've got that all cleared and taken care of for him. So I think he'll be. He doesn't know he's getting this to this stage, that it was going to be built to this stage. I was just going to basically, when I initially thought about doing, I thought I'll just make the ends. I'll do a couple of ends, show him how to put one together, and then let him have it. But I thought, you know, I know how to put this together pretty quickly. This was just a little more than a day's worth of work. So that includes sanding, filing, and printing and gluing. So I figure I'll just give him a little head start. He can have about almost a 3-foot section here to get started with, and then he can just kind of print what he wants to after that, and he can get it going. So that's going out of here tomorrow. We're supposed to meet with him. He's coming here tomorrow afternoon. He's about 30 miles away, so that should be pretty fun. Be the first time we've met him, so this will be pretty good. But he comments a lot when he is on here. Tonight he's at a baseball game, so I don't think we'll see him on here tonight. He's at one of the Sky Carp games this evening. We were supposed to meet today, but he forgot his company was having the baseball game, so he was at that. Otherwise, this would probably already be out of here. So you guys are getting the benefit of getting to see this before it actually goes. So that's it. I mean, it's pretty sturdy already. It's you can hear it. I mean, I can drop it. It's fine. That's this great Bondtech PLA glue that we've got right there. So it does a fantastic job on putting all this together. I don't know if he has any of that or not, but he can get that. He can order that through Amazon when he's ready. All right, so let's come up here and we will look at the. You kind of got a glimpse of it. We'll look at the towers of the Skid Row. So here we go. So now you can see. There's all of our fire escapes. We'll just kind of a little slow pan around on here. I don't know if the weathering is going to show up that well or not, but I'll try to get it so you can see it. Everything's been rusted heavily. You can see I've rusted all of the air conditioners. I've painted them all, rusted them in the windows. So basically this right here, other than me putting the graffiti on the sides of the buildings, which will be tomorrow, is ready to be dull coated and have the window glazing installed. So on both of them, actually. Here's the other one. This was our, as you can see, this is the unit that had the meth lab explosion, and the apartment up here has had all the windows boarded up, so it's set to go. And I put down here, you can see through. We put safety. We put the safety bars, window bars there at the bottom on both buildings. I was going to put them on this row right here, but this is almost 10 foot up in scale. So, I mean, they'd have one person on top of another to get through the windows. And I didn't want to distract too much from what we're doing with this. So I think I'm just going to leave those off. These buildings here, the stuff is right here. I've got a couple of rows of this stuff that we've printed and I've painted and got all ready to go. I'll put that on all of the lower windows here, along with these being boarded up along there. Yes, we are going to put some glass in the windows. Actually, that'll be happening next week. I'm hoping to have this entire project, for the most part, done next week. So we're getting really close on this. The only thing I might not have is the ladders that go between. Our printer can't print small enough to get the ladders that are needed. Do I have one of those here?
A ladder?
Yeah, I thought maybe we had some here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is the smallest I could print ladders out at, and I mean, if you look at that.
This is very cool.
Oh yeah, thank you. They're enormous. So I believe it's Plastruct that sells a little packet of N-scale ladders. They're just white and they're about maybe this long, I think, about 6 inches long. So I'm going to go buy a packet of those, and I'll paint them and do everything, and then I'll just put them in later, and I'll just use one little tiny drop of glue so that they'll be held in place. I don't have to worry about re-dull coating. If I have to re-dull coat, I'll use a bottle of dull coat, and I'll just take it with a brush and I'll just dab the glue spot. Oh, hi, Penzi. Glad you joined us. We're just showing what's getting ready to happen. So I've figured out I had to move this over a little bit. Once I got these on, I found out that it didn't give me a big enough gap to put my swimming pool in right here. So I'll come in and I'll paint this in right here before I start putting the ground covering on. So I'm going to make the pool probably tomorrow while I'm working on doing because it's going to take a little while for the graffiti to dry. Here, let me show you what these.
Penzi says I'm one of your subscribers.
Oh, well, thank you, Penzi.
Yeah, thanks for being a subscriber. Shay Lady says those look like balconies, which is cool. Tenants can barbecue or have container gardens, etc.
Oh yeah. The fire escapes are going to be like makeshift balconies. We're going to have laundry up there, drying. We'll have lawn chairs with guys sitting in them, coolers and beer and all that kind of stuff. So I like the shorts you do about showing off your. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, we've got quite a few of those. So here are, and you'll see what I'm talking about here. This is the graffiti sheet that I'm going to use for the side of the buildings and for the fence that goes along the back. You can see they're just kind of plain. They don't really pop that well. So I'm going to put these on there, overlap them, and then I'll come back in with my own paint and I'll come right over the top and I'll really jazz the colors up. Make them really bold and everything. So it should look pretty good. I've got a couple of bigger ones like this. These would be almost about 8 foot tall graffiti, which is not unusual, especially on.
He says, "Wow."
Oh, thanks. So like on the back fence, I'll put some of these along with some of the smaller ones mixed in along the fence that runs back behind. Okay, so as you can see back here, the back of the plastic, the back of this is so close to the track. If I don't make a correction on this, I'm going to have some problems with trying to get my details on the back of it. So what I'm going to do is I have a shelf that's the same thickness as this wood right here. I'm going to cut a 1-inch strip, the entire length of the shelf, tab holes through it, and then I'm going to just screw it straight to the face right here to extend this out a full inch. Then I can bring everything out. I'll just come all the way down so everything can be brought out an inch. And I have more room back here between the track and the back of the buildings. That'll allow me to put the fence up. It'll allow me to put a drive back there so I can put the garbage, the dumpsters, the big garbage dumpsters back there. I might even have like a garbage truck back there working. So it'll allow me just to give me some more room between the track and that. So everything's going to come out an inch. And it'll all be covered with this black paper for the road, because this will all be road out here. So I'm probably going to move everything out about 3/4 of an inch, and we'll pick up a extra probably 1/4 inch of road. So then maybe I can even paint like the stripes down the middle there. So that's where we're at. This is where this is at now. As you can see, it's just we've got our, like I said, the meth lab, the explosion up top. It just came out perfect the way I wanted it. You can see here, I don't know if you can be able to see this or not. Excuse me, I have to get some water here in a minute. I even rusted the side of the building where like water from the air conditioners, rusty water from the air conditioners has streaked down the side of the building in all these little spots. So every air conditioner got that. You can probably see it a little better right here. Right underneath each of those air conditioners, there's a little bit of rust water that's stained. So that's, yeah. All right, and then we'll of course paint the pool all covered with moss and everything. We'll use some, I don't know which liquid form I'm going to use, what I'm going to use to put in there to make it look like the real pool. But I'll find something that will be easy to pour into the pool mold itself. And like I said, some of the details coming. We'll have the diving board off the top up here. For the guys doing the stupid jackass stunts with it being broken and bent down. And
lady says authentic.
Yeah. And then we'll have a body face down in the pool right here. And I may have a bunch of people standing around with placards that have like their score for the dive, like 10s and 9s and stuff. But a lot of them will just give him 1 and 2 since he didn't survive the dive. So we'll have that in the pool right there. So that's all details that are coming. But as soon as I get this wrapped up the next few days, because like I said, we're just waiting on the rest of the parking garage to print. So while we're waiting for that to print, I'll be able to do all the rest of this. So that's where we are. So I'm to the point where I'm almost just considering this complete, because it's not going to take me long to do the window glazing, glue everything in, and put the window shades in and all that kind of stuff. So that's maybe a day's worth of work at most.
Time matters, says very nice.
Oh, well, thank you. So, and then we'll be on to these, because we've got the fire escapes to put on the backs of these buildings, and we'll have the same kind of details and stuff, and we'll have window air conditioners. We've got all those printed off. We just got to print off the rest of the fire escapes. And then, of course, like I said, we're going to board up everything down on the lower level. All the businesses have gone out of business, and it's just residents living up above.
Crochet Lady says maybe the dead diver could be Slumlord Ned.
Yeah. So I've just got to paint these steps of gray and weather them up. This is just the raw plastic right now, or the raw PLA. So we'll get all that taken care of. We're probably going to have some people sitting out here in chairs. We're going to have a lot of people sleeping against the buildings. So I'm going to buy about 300 resin printed in scale figures, and we're probably going to put all 300 between being in the buildings along here and to about right here. So to do the figures for right here along the skid row is probably going to run us about 1,000 figures total. They'll all have to be hand painted, and I'll have to use my, it's right, I've got a heat gun buried down here somewhere. A really nice professional heat gun that I can mold and form all of the arms and legs into the positions I want them in. So I can have them sitting and laying down and all that kind of stuff. So there we are. So there's a big update on that. Like I said, the guy's coming tomorrow to get this, and I'm going to show him how to build it. Like I said, here's all the extra pieces that I'm going to send with him. He wasn't even expecting any of this. He was just expecting to get the files, and I told him I was going to just put, like I said, I was only going to put one of these leg supports together to show him how to do it. But I'm just giving him a start on it so he can just be really ready to roll with this, because like I said, that's about a good 3 foot right there. So, all right. So, you want to go see if you can pull that off the bed?
Yeah.
Then we'll take a look, and we've been printing the 3rd story on the parking garage. It should be almost ready to come off the bed by now. It should be completely dry. Is it? No problem. So he's going to bring it in, and then I'll put that in place, and we'll show you how that looks. Like I said, they're not printing with the cars on them. Those are loose. Nice. Looks good?
Looks good.
All right. So here is another layer right here. You can see the ramp. I got to do some work on it. Got to get it sanded. That right there, that's closed off. Right there, that's just supports for the ramp. That all comes out. You can see right here. You just cut those. Those pre-cut lines right there. You just kind of get your X-Acto blade on that, cut them a little bit more, and then you just pull all of this out right here, and it gives you the way for the cars to come up from the level below. Each level has that. So let me see here if I can do this one-handed.
Penzi says, Matchbox makes a garbage truck and a bunch of construction trucks if you want to get any.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if those are in scale, but we probably could. Oh, it's getting a little warped there, huh?
Is it?
Yeah, a little bit. But when I glue it all together, it'll lock all together, so I'm not too terribly worried about it.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it does. Let's get down here and take a look now underneath the bridge. Oh yeah, now you can see the layers coming in.
Boy, we could have this like 9-10 stories.
Well, I'm going for 12 to 15 stories.
15,
Yeah. So this is the stairwell or elevator right here. So probably what I'm going to do is somewhere right here on one of the layers this is where I'll connect up right in here the skyway that'll come across over here to this big tower, so that that will it'd make more sense having it right here next to that. It'd be like a door coming out, and just the Skyway going across. And then, of course, we'll have it connected to the convention center too. So there we go. So that was 9 hours of printing today.
Penzi says, also I was just on one of the first live streams with Classic Model Trains for the first time, and he was able to talk to him, and he subscribed to my channel.
Oh, great. Excellent. I'm just trying to see here. I'm kind of a little concerned about that wobble. I want to look and see if this looks, well, that looks.
So you've got a new subscriber.
That looks pretty straight. There'll just be some irregularities in these posts. I'm going to have to do, where these little posts print up, there's no, I'll show you here in a sec. Get that back on here. These little posts right here, they're not giving them any supports or anything. They're just printing straight up. So there could be some that are just not quite even. So I'll, when I get ready to glue well, actually, nothing's ever going to really be glued together on this. Yeah, wibbly wobbly. What I'm probably going to wind up doing is in the tops of the posts or on the corners, probably on the corners, I'm going to tap a hole down in, I'm going to put a pin in. And then I'm going to drill on the bottom side of the above, and that way it can all lock down together. And that should help it out quite a bit. Plus, I'll get everything leveled with sanding to where it won't have this rocking going on like this anyway. And then we'll just, that way I can take it apart, because we are going to light the entire thing, and I'm going to paint every car that goes in there, and we're going to pack the entire thing with cars. So this is going to be quite the project when we get done with it. Right now, I just want to get it basically done, sanded, smooth, leveled, and painted, and weathered, and in place. This will probably be, since this will be the easiest, this will probably be the first thing that we actually have painted of all of our big buildings and stuff that we're going to have up here. So that'll probably be, that should be pretty good. Now, did you see you took the P off the side of that thing, and that's on the top one?
Yeah, that's on the
very top. Okay.
I'll take that off when we get ready to print.
Okay. All right. That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it goes around the corner or.
I'm going to put it on the. I'm going to put it on this side here. The P for the. I may put one on both corners. We may print two.
Yeah.
And I'll put one on the P right here and the P right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so we'll have two right there showing the parking.
Let's see. Penzi asks, "What are you going to paint it, and what company signs are you going to put on it?"
Well, the company signs will be the P just for parking, and I don't know if I'll actually name the building, the parking garage, and the. I'm probably going to go with just a concrete gray or a white. Seems like that's the only colors they really do for parking garages done downtowns, are those kind of colors. So it'll be one of the two, and I've got plenty of that in spray paint. I'll just use rattle can to do it. It works fine. So I painted this with rattle can, and there's not a single sag streak came through. There's no areas where the paint's thin, and it's nice and smooth and everything. So I'll use the same company, and I'll do that with that right there. Every building will be the same way. It'll all be rattle can paint. Otherwise, I'm just going to chew up too much paint with an airbrush, and it would take me forever and a day. All right, so let's put this back where it was. You can check that and see how that is.
Yep. Penzi says, "Nice job on that. I can't really paint that good. Haha."
Well, I'm not that great of a painter either. That's why I go with the rattle can stuff and just do stuff in big, bold, huge areas. So, although I do have to say these the buildings on the Skid Row are starting to really come together. I'm developing a few techniques that using a combination. I found a really neat way to do this. I may have to show this. It made a really nice stain on the building. I've got a couple areas that I did that on. I got the paint, I laid the building on its side. I got the paint in the area that I wanted it. Let it sit it's thin like ink. It's acrylic paint, craft paint, thin like ink. I let it sit there for a minute or two. And then I took a Kleenex. You don't want to use paper towel because of the pattern. So I took a Kleenex and I just laid it on real quick and then pulled it off. And it left the stain, and it was kind of bold. So then I took a cleaner part of the Kleenex and I streaked it down, and it gave me the most beautiful stained area on the side of the building. So I may show a couple of those things that I've come up with. Give a tutorial on how to get that kind of variance in colors like that. So I'm really happy with how that did. So we'll maybe look for a video on that when I start working on the next building, building number 6. I may do some on that. So watch for that, and I'll do it with that. So yeah. Yeah, just let me get a little bit of this for as I don't get to coughing, and this rib thing is really bothering me. It's nice and cold too.
Let me know if you want another one.
That should be okay. Oh, yeah, I didn't show the backs.
Yeah.
Here's the backs of the buildings. You can kind of see, maybe you can see, I don't know. You can kind of see the, let me try to get some light on this. Maybe like that, I don't know. But there's the air conditioners on there with the streaks and everything. You should be able to see most of that with the light there. But anyway, the backs are like that. Both back panels are done like that, have the air conditioners in them. Of course, the one for the meth lab, you can see that's got the scorch at the top from the explosion and the boarded up windows. So we kept everything uniformed and done. So, I've got paper towels on everything. I was thinking about doing a little running tonight, but I'd have to take all the paper towels off, and I just don't feel like messing with that tonight. That's why I want to get just a single sheet of plastic to put over everything. It's very lightweight, so I can just lift it off carefully, and I'm done. I'm ready to go. So we'll have that here probably after this weekend. I'll go pick up something. So I'm going to update the story on what's going on the Skid Row. So I told you a little bit about it to begin with. I'm kind of starting to really bring the story together now on it. And when we do a review of like 2 blocks, we'll put it in the description of the full story of everything that happens with each of the buildings, or has happened over the years with each of the buildings. So behind me here on the big buildings, one of the moguls that built 2 of the big buildings behind us here, when he was buying up the land to build the stuff, he knew he was going to be displacing people, and because the buildings over here behind me were not much better than what were over here. So when the whole downtown development started, he bought up a lot of the land, and he felt really bad about it. So he moved everybody that was getting displaced over here into the Skid Row area. This was not Skid Row initially. When he did all that building back in the 40s and the 50s, he had built or rehabbed buildings that were there. They were beautiful, and he kept them that way for a very long time. All the air conditioners, none of it had central air and anything. All the window air conditioners were donated by him, and he even covered electric bills for a while. But then elements started to move in, and he just couldn't keep up with it anymore, and he just kind of let the whole thing go. So that's why when the building, the top of it exploded with the meth lab, he knew enough people downtown between property inspectors and city council and everything. He just got things pushed through real quick. He sealed the top off. He fixed the floor inside so no water went through to the rest of the building, and he patched the roof, and then he just left it. And there's still people living in both buildings. So he does try to keep up with it. So the Titan is one of his buildings, and he has his office way up on the top. That's where he has his corporate office. So it depresses him all the time when he looks down here, and he sees all this just across the way. So where the Salvation Army is, right here, there's a building here. It's got a restaurant below, a place where the cafeteria is for giving the people food, and some apartments up above. So one day, the Salvation Army got word that the land next to their place got bought, and they thought they were going to be next and the thing torn down. But lo and behold, they got a letter in the mail saying that they were going to next, right across the street, right here next to the main Salvation Army building. There's going to be a new tenement building being built. And we're going to be building that out of the scraps that we have. And we're going to show it coming together slowly but surely. Like maybe every other month, I'll do another floor of it. We'll go about 4 floors, maybe 5, and it's going to be working with the Salvation Army, our benefactor up here, who is not a cold-hearted guy, even though he's basically a slumlord. He is going to be building a decent-sized building that's going to go up right here for all the people that have come into the area and need a place to stay. He'll have security provided. He'll have cars. We'll have a whole bunch of buses or vans out front that will be donated to the Salvation Army so that they can get them to new jobs if they want to go to jobs and work and stuff. And it'll be like a whole community thing. We'll have a little park next to it that'll be safe for the kids. So he's a nice guy. He just this got away from over here when he just got so disappointed with what was happening with the drug situation. He tried keeping up on it, keeping it clean, but it just didn't happen. So what he's going to do when he gets this finished, he's going to hire private security for the whole area down here, and he's going to clean the whole thing up. So there's our story for our Skid Row. And each building will have its own story and its own tale, what it was originally, like the little 3 row houses there, the businesses underneath. We'll go into detail about what businesses were there and what didn't make it. And eventually, he may try to bring those back. If he gets it cleaned up, in which case I will adjust the models and we'll take all of the stuff covering the windows off and we'll put interiors in them and things like that. We'll just see if eventually, with his generous donations, that if we can't get this whole area cleaned up. But for now, it's just going to be what it is. This will be the beginning of it, though. It'll be this big thing right over here for the Salvation Army. So we're going to have this whole storyline going on with every building, everything that we do in this city. We're going to have a storyline. And this is just the beginning of it. So every time we start to do a new vlog, where we show you what's going on, or we just like feature little areas, we will put in the stories. So you guys can see what I have in my mind as far as what this city is developing and becoming.
So, Crochet Lady says this is turning into a novel.
Yeah. It is.
A war book.
I like thinking about these things when I'm working on them. What does this mean? What does that mean? What happened here? Why is this like this? Why is this like that? So when I'm building it, makes it easier for me to make it look the way I want it to look if I have a backstory. So I now have my backstory, and we'll just keep working on it, and we'll just keep going with it. So there's going to be eventually we're going to have a station here that will connect to the bridge with a skyway. Comes up, it'll be very similar to Kensington. That'll go across. There'll be a bridge right there so that people here moving in later, if they want to get into town to work, they'll be able to stop. We'll have the passenger trains stop here and bring them into town. We get over into the main areas where all the jobs are. So we're going to just have a whole little story going on. So that's what makes it fun. Everybody makes up the little stories about what it is. I just go into a little more depth, I think, as far as into the details. And there'll be even more and more details coming as we get the figures, and we put them in, and we're even going to go down to individual people's stories. So, you guys will get to learn about the inhabitants of our little Skid Row area, what befell them, and why they're who they are today, and things like that. So it should be pretty fun. So now that we're almost done with that, I can start to do those kind of things. So we're gonna get there. So, it's Johnny. Let's see here.
Let's see. Maybe some of your viewers can contribute to the storyline too.
Because we actually had somebody. The guy that somebody has contributed already. We already have the name of our guy, our magnanimous slumlord donor benefactor is Ned. So that's based on one of our viewers. He knows he grew up with a guy, and he actually is a slumlord. Not the viewer, but a friend of his. His name's Ned. So we've actually taken that, and we've kind of just settled on that. So yeah, so anybody wants to contribute to the storyline, as you see things come up, you see the figures go in, you want to pick a figure and make up a story about it, we'll put it in there. We'll do it. So that's where we're at. Like I said, it's been a busy 2-3 days. It's moving along now. It's moving along fast because, like I said, we'll have by Saturday, we should have the parking garage finished, as far as the prints go. And then I'll just have to sand everything and then paint it by probably middle of next week. We'll have the parking garage painted. So then it's just be a matter of painting up about, probably about 300-400 cars to put in the parking garage. Because I want it to look really nice and the lights are on and we've got the video going back there because you'll be able to see into it pretty easily. So we just got a lot of work to do on that. So, all right. Well, anybody have any questions? Like I said, we are now really moving. We're going to try to do live streams a little more frequent. Probably not so much on the weekends as we'll do evenings and maybe some daytimes during the week. I'm trying to think when we'll do our next one. I want to get some more done. Well, maybe we'll come on Monday. Yeah, maybe we'll come on Monday because we'll have everything printed for the parking garage. At least you'll be able to see some more stuff there. At least most of it will be printed. To where you'll be able to really get an idea of how tall that parking garage is going to be. So maybe we'll do an update on Monday on that. In the meantime, I'm probably going to do another vlog on Skid Row as soon as I get the graffiti done, the fence done, and have everything moved out. That'll probably be this weekend. So we'll probably do that, and I think that'll. So you're going to see lots of videos coming now, lots of lives and lots of stuff. But
Jordan says, any chance you're from Minnesota? My husband's getting into HO scale, and I've been sending him your videos.
We're close to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we're just in Wisconsin, so we're not far from Minnesota at all. I think we're about 4 hours, 5 hours from the Twin Cities, something like that. Maybe 5, probably 5. Something like that. So yeah, it's not far to get there. So we're kind of dead center in Wisconsin on the border of Illinois, right in the middle of the state. So we're about 40 to 50 miles from Milwaukee, from Chicago, Madison. I don't know, a couple hundred from St. Louis. So we're kind of right in the middle of everything here. So yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting into doing some more of the, I missed working on the dirt and ballasting and all that, so I'm really looking forward to being able to start gluing dirt down over here where the Skid Row is and starting to finish that up. So I'm looking forward to that this next week. So we'll, oh boy, I forgot I got to dull coat that. So I need to dull coat that first, the base. Yeah, got to do that. So if you guys have any questions, shoot them out now. Otherwise, we're going to be building a lot this weekend and putting videos up like we do. And we'll have some new run videos of our stuff here. I'm going to have some of the, we kind of premiered this last week. We got that Surfliner in late last week. That was Amazon. It was a gift from one of our viewers. It was off of our Amazon wish list. We've got links to that all over the page and all over the channel. But we showed it running with the auto train back here. So we've got some videos actually coming of that this weekend. So we've got that. I'm going to get the CPKC out. I'm going to test out that. We got, let's see here. A friend of the family gave me a gift certificate to Hobbytown. We showed this before, but I went down and bought CPKC coil car. So I'll add it to the freight, the mixed freight, put it right behind the engine. And I'll do that because there's that. And then there was the engine. That was a birthday gift from my mom. So we're going to put all of that together, put a mixed freight of that together. So we'll have that running. Yeah, so we'll have some really good videos coming along with our usual ones from the shows. So I hope that's caught you guys up a little sooner than we didn't do a video for almost, we didn't do a live stream for almost like 6-7 days last time. And I think it's only been, what, 5 or 6 this time?
Yeah.
So we a lot sooner. And now we're only going to have like 4 days till our next one. So we're narrowing it down. This summer we should be able to get it down to maybe every other day, at least, on live streams. They got some really cool equipment running here now. There's some repainted, and I need to look them up and see what they are. They're CPKCs, but they're in, well, they've repainted them in the old Southern Bell paint schemes. And they're doing a lot of switching here. I guess they've assigned them to the area now. I haven't seen them before. And they're doing lots of switching down there. And I'll go see what class of engines they are. They look like, I think they're GP units. But I'll get it, and we'll get some good videos of that, doing some work, and we'll start putting up some. We're gonna go do a lot of rail fanning this summer too. In addition, just around the area here.
Arski says hi.
Oh, hey, Arski. We're just getting ready to sign off. So, missed you again. Between baseball and hours at different times. But, so, we'll be putting up some rail fanning along with our regular. So, we may be doing some live streams out while we're rail fanning, too. So, while we're just sitting around waiting for the stuff to come through. They're working pretty heavily here during the day. I hear the horn go off at least a half a dozen times as they're switching downtown here and doing stuff. So.
Arski says, been at a baseball game. LOL.
Oh, another baseball game. Okay. So, I think that's good. Like I said, I got the bridge. We may do a video on that tomorrow. Depends on whether he wants to be on a video or not. I don't know. I'm not going to push it on him, force it on him or anything, but if he decides he wants to, then we may do a little video showing how I'm putting these together for him on this bridge. Like I said, it's somebody from the channel, subscriber who's coming to get the bridge, and we're going to give him the print files for all the pieces, so he can just go ahead and make it as long as he wants. I've got him almost a 3-foot section done. So anyway, hope everybody has a good rest of the night, and we will. What's this?
So I was able to rail fan in Kansas City Saturday.
Yes. Yeah, you sent us a thing on that. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff goes on down in Kansas City. We lived in Omaha for 10 years, and we would go down to Kansas City pretty frequently. And, talk about a rail hub. There's a rail hub for you. So that was pretty cool. Let's see. Great chatting group.
Yeah, I'll see you then.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Ethan.
Yeah, I might need a chest X-ray. Yeah, I might. We'll
Yeah.
see. Like I said, it's just it's unstable, and they said that's a sign of it. So it may be a rib thing. So we'll see. I may do that this week and just go down to urgent care and have them prod around and see if you can feel anything on the ribs right here and see what's going on. Just from all the coughing. So anyway, so you may see, well, who knows? We may even go live tomorrow night, depending if he feels like doing it, if he's here. So we'll see. But anyway, Monday for sure. All right. Well, if we don't see you tomorrow, everybody have a really good weekend. We're going to be doing nothing but printing.
Arski says, did you say you will be on tomorrow night?
Maybe on tomorrow night, yes. I'm going to give everybody a quick tour around again that just kind of joined us, so you can see what's going on and what we'll have by Monday. So before we sign off. So right here, been talking about it for a while. Here comes the parking garage. We've printed 3 levels so far. This is going to be between probably a 12 and a 15-story parking garage. Oh, good night, Ethan. That should put it probably about that tall right there. So we should have all this printed this weekend and in place. This is the bridge that the fellow's coming to get. That's a viewer of our channel. We're gonna zip. We put the files all into a zip file for him, and we'll give that to him so he can finish printing off what he wants. I just went ahead and did a section for it, and then here was all of the stuff that's been done. We've got all of the fire escapes on, and I painted all the air conditioners and rusted everything up pretty good. Rusted around the air conditioners, and water staining down below, same on the sides. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing the graffiti here and on the sides of the buildings, and then I'm going to make the fence that goes along the back. I'm going to really make it tattered and worn with graffiti on it too. So that's all. That's my project tomorrow, to get those buildings pretty well wrapped up so I can dull coat them and get the glazing in. So that's what's all been happening in the past about 3 or 4 days. As soon as this thing is done printing, Gabe's been working on the files for the Alexandria Hotel. So we should be able to get to printing that come Monday or Tuesday. And it's going to go right here. So next big building is going to be the lower level is taller than this already. It's like this much taller than that. So this thing's going to go all the way to the ceiling. We've got the thing picked out to give it that lighthouse look for the top. all ready for, and it's going to be right below the ceiling line, right up there. All right, so I caught everybody up on everything we're doing. I think we're pretty good here. So, see what we got here. Yes, so we're all caught up. Everything's good. So everybody have a good night, and we may see you tomorrow night. We may not, but we will have update videos on the stuff we're working on this weekend. I might turn out another vlog video about the Skid Row stuff as I get it done, or maybe over here on the parking garage. But we will we'll have lots of stuff coming for you, and Monday for sure. We will be back Monday for sure. Probably Monday evening, probably 7, 8 o'clock, something like that, Central Standard Time. And we should have the parking garage done by then, so we should be able to show you the entire parking garage. All right. So
Hi, Ethan.
yeah.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah. So take care, and then have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.